Hello there everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be adding scrap mechanic into the mix of games I'm playing here, because, well, that didn't go so good on Sunday, if you remember. That was the Bloons TD6 video. I also explained this there. But here we are today, and I do realize that I forgot to add this and one other game that I'll be adding in tomorrow to the mix before looping back around to Minecraft. But oh well. We're here now. And today we're going to be playing Scrap Mechanic Survival Mode. But before I get into that, I do want to show you that I know what I'm doing. I have this unlocked. I have I have the regular mechanic jacket unlocked, but we're sticking with the craft stuff until we can get a clothing bot here. Because I've made it that far in the game before, but that was a long time ago. And we're starting over for this. We're not going to pick up on some old save. Now, as you can see, there's challenge mode and creative mode as well. We're going to check out creative mode some other time. Challenge mode we'll also do some other time. But for now, survival mode. New game, which we will do this. Because I can't think of a good name since I still decided not to think of one. During the entire week I should have been planning for this. Well, almost a week. But anyways, there is no introductory cutscene or tutorial. They just throw you in and go, figure it out. Which, honestly, kind of adds to the immersion. They could at least do some kind of waking up cutscene or some thoughts from the character, though. Just saying. Like, even just a short 2 or 3 second waking up cutscene. Thoughts and maybe some dialogue from the character to kind of give you a push, a nudge in the right direction for new players. Because I don't think new players are going to know to go to challenge mode for the tutorial on what to do in this game. So yeah, here we are. Don't worry about the textures and how bad they look. They're just loading in. It takes a minute. But here we are. There's water over there, which we will go there here in a minute. This is our crash ship, which the textures seem to have loaded in. We need to put out that fire and all of that fire. This fire we don't really need to put out because we can just grab the gas and the sun shakes from here. The range is a bit much. We've got this stuff in here that we'll come back for in a minute. But for now, over to the water. Because over here there's a bucket. Oh, where's that haybot? Okay, there's a tote bot here. I swear I heard a haybot. Ow. Tote bots do 15 damage. They sometimes drop their head, which is basically a music block. And they take 3 hammer hits to kill. But where is this haybot? I can hear that haybot, and I don't like that I can't see it. Oh well. Back to the ship. We need to go in, throw the water on the fire, of course. We're gonna pick up that tire. Could have done that before, but oh well. This will be the little craft bot that we need to use to get started once we go and get the master battery so this place has power. Same with the logbook. But, of course, we need to get the master battery, which I know where it is, but we're not going to go do that yet. First, we're going to put out the fires because, well, I mean, we don't really need to, but oh well. I'd rather not die standing in my own crashed ship, because I was too lazy to put out the fires that I didn't actually need to put out. So, we'll put out that fire. And we'll leave that alone. This is fine. Oh, we do need to put that out, though. You know, I probably could have done this more efficiency, a little bit more efficient, because I know where there's two other buckets. Oh well. That fire is out. So we're gonna go ahead and put the bucket away. Put that stuff away. That away. Put that there. Swap these around. Okay. Now, we're gonna head over to that building and break open these crates on the way because they have stuff that we're gonna need. Now, that building is actually where the master battery is at. I guess it fell out during the crash when we went through the building, which makes sense. You know, when I first saw that the battery was up there, when I first found out, I was wondering, you know, that doesn't really make much sense. But then I remembered, oh yeah, the ship went through that building. What I don't understand is how the battery managed to get through the door, because the ship is still mostly in one piece. So, yeah, I've got questions on how it actually got out of the ship, but we're not gonna think about that. These crates likely came from the cargo bay. But then, but there's also more of these crates around the world that, you know, that's not really explained, but oh well. I don't know, maybe all the bots did it because they think it's contraband and needs to be kept somewhere? Who knows? The devs know, that's for sure, but I sure don't. Where is that hay bot? Those are the sounds of a hay bot, not a tote bot. Oh well, I know there's a couple of tote bots up here, so long as one of them hasn't already yeeted himself out. Okay, he didn't eat himself out this time. Every other time I tried to record this, one of the tote bots would just yeet himself out right here. And he would take enough damage to only need 2 hits from my hammer. Oh well. Let's go ahead and refine these. These are Haybot spines, which normally would drop from Haybots, but they are not actually up here, which, you know, maybe it's because, well, they want to show you that you need to be refining those. I don't know. But we're going to pick all that stuff up. Now, if we were to come back here, a lot of these loot crates would respawn, but in order for that to happen, you need to actually get all the loot crates, not just 1 or 2. So, that's something to keep in mind. And then those big green chests, like the one in there that I looted, you also have to empty those, whether you actually take the items or just leave them on the ground. You have to empty them for the loot to come back. So yeah, let's finish looting this place, and then we will head back to the ship. And I don't think there's anything up there. Let me check real quick. Because I swear I've seen stuff up here in the past, but every time I've tried recording this for you guys, there's been nothing. Yeah, nothing. Oh well. Ow. So yeah, as you can clearly see, fall damage is a game. Is a thing in this game. So we're just gonna head back to the ship now. Ow. Okay, this is not good. Why? Okay, this is a Haybot. They take 5 hammer hits and generally do 20 or 30 damage, depending on which attack they hit you with. And of course, they drop Haybot spines, which give you scrap metal. Very important when starting out, because that craftbot thing that we saw, or the little mini craftbot that's in the ship, that takes scrap resources, including scrap metal. So, yeah, we need to be collecting it. And I know where we can get more. We just gotta follow the path a little bit more. For now, though, let's go ahead and get this master battery in place so we can see what we need to get started. So, for the scrap engine, we need to get 20 scrap wood, and of course you cut down some of the smaller trees to get that. And then we'll also need a scrap driver's seat and a connect tool. So the connect tool we're going to go ahead and make now. And then for the scrap driver's seat, we need a lot of scrap wood blocks. But we're also 10 scrap metals short overall. Now, this is not including the wheels and the bearings that we're probably going to have to make as well. So, remember that. We need just a bit more scrap metal. So we're going to go and raid that other place that I know of in order to get it. Now, the only reason I'm actually going over a lot of this stuff right now and not later in the game is for those of you who just don't know. But if you are looking for a full tutorial on what to do in the game, this is a playthrough. I'll probably explain things as I go anyway, but if you're looking for just a tutorial, you're in the wrong place. I mean, if you want to keep watching, you can, but yeah. Anyways, we got a few haybots around here that don't really want us here. Okay, now you're going to attack me. I guess they just wait a little bit now? I don't know. They did some changes to the AI at one point. I think it was one of the more recent creative mode updates that they changed the AI a little bit, which is odd, but I mean, they've been needing to make changes to the AI to make it run a little bit smoother, that's for sure. Especially for the raids, which we'll talk about later. But for right now, we need to kill these other two haybots. Now, another good trick for killing haybots is to just back up, because when they try to attack you, they stop for a little bit too long and don't actually hit. So, that's one thing. So, we're just going to go ahead and refine their spines, and then we're going to check out this building a bit more. You know, it's probably a little bit counterintuitive of me to be drinking coffee while I'm doing these videos instead of water. Oh well. You shall now die if you... Stop running! I mean, smart move on your end, but stop! You're backing yourself into a corner. So, loot this. Refine these. And we'll go ahead and loot this. Did I miss something over here? I did. I got distracted by the haybot. Then there's this crate. Ah, there's that other haybot that I was hearing. He seems to have a little case of the dumbs. Find this. And now, to get up to the second floor, we're going to go around here and use this to get up to this little wreckage that we saw while fighting that haybot. Well, I say fighting, we were more bullying it than fighting it. So, we just need to make this jump, and we're in. Okay, there's no way to catch that before it falls. Ooh, it's a component kit. I'm definitely going to need to remember that. We'll find these. We'll pick up that gas. We'll loot this. We'll refine this. We'll loot this. And we will loot this. Basically, with this game, you need to loot everything you can. Except for a certain journey, which we will be making not in this episode, but we're pretty much preparing for it this episode. That's why we need to make the little junk vehicle. But as you can see, it is indeed getting dark. There is a day-night cycle in this game. And in order to check the time, you actually do need the logbook, which I forgot to pick up, so I can't check the time right now to show you, but once I actually get the logbook... Yeah, there we go. I can show you. by pressing L to open the logbook, all of this stuff. So this is where you can control your beacons. This game does run on military time, so keep that in mind. And remember, for military time, you just gotta go back 14. So right now it says 20. That means that it is actually... Wait, hold on. Yeah, if it's past 12, you need to go back 12? I can't remember the little saying I had set up for this, but essentially I had something where you could just take away a certain number and you'd have the actual time. Oh well. Anyways, this shows a little bit more information on the crashed ship. Better keep the ship coordinates handy. Maybe I can get back here later when I can make her space-worthy again. So, I should probably also mention that the entire storyline of this game is not implemented yet. They are still working on a lot of the storyline. But then there's the mechanic station. You can read this if you want. And this is where we are preparing to head next time. But this, by clicking on this, it'll show a list of beacons here that we can turn on and off once we actually get beacons set up. But yeah, for now, we need to focus on doing this stuff. So, put this stuff up there, put that there. And go ahead and move this and this here. And this, I guess. So, we need to cut down some trees. Which, I'm gonna go ahead and wait on. I want to see if I can find that hay bot real quick as well. But first, let's go ahead and grab this stuff. Because I forgot there... I just remember there's actually crates around back here that we need to loot as well. Also, anytime you see a component kit, pick it up. Even if you need to make space for it, pick it up. Component kits are very valuable in this game. Circuit boards not as much, but I suggest picking them up as well. Just not to the point of making more space for them. Also, these burnt trees that we're getting embers from, we need the embers. They are very important for some of the materials that we're going to be needing. Maybe not for a couple episodes, but still. I'd rather get it now than have to come back here and waste the gas and the time. I mean, you guys wouldn't notice a thing, but I sure would. Oh well. There's also entire areas full of these burnt trees. Burnt forest, if you would. And there's a certain one in particular that I do not want to go to ever if I don't have to. Because it's full of farm bots. Or harvester bots. They're all farm bots, technically. Really quick, though, I am going to drink this, can and all. Because that's a thing. Just unhinge your jaw and consume the can. Don't even drink the liquid. What time is it? It is... okay. Oh, also it shows how many days, in-game days that you've been playing. And as you can see, time has been scaled down massively from real time. So I think this is going like, maybe maybe 2 seconds every 1 second? I don't know. But, right now, we do have all this stuff in here. Oh, that reminds me. We've actually got a little tutorial kind of thing for farming over by this little pond that we need to go check out. So I can see a tote bot over there right now. Because the little spark thing. That's kind of how you can identify them in the dark and sometimes from a distance. Not as much up close. But yeah. Anyways, basically, soil go on ground. You cannot put it on buildings like the wrecked building over there. It has to be grass or dirt terrain. Seed go on soil. Water go from lake into bucket. Water go from bucket onto soil with seed. Fertilizer is optional, but it makes crops take half the time to grow. Then give it some time and your crops will grow. Most crops, like tomatoes and carrots and beets, only take one in-game day to grow, or 24 in-game hours, or something close to that. And there are a couple of crops that take 2 days, but this is all without fertilizer. Remember that. And they did make it at one point so that you can actually pick this soil back up, which is very nice. I like that a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and grab all this along with what's in the shack. And we're taking this because, well, there's no reason to actually leave it here. So give me all the seeds. We're gonna take this junk wood. Haha. I don't need to cut down trees after all. Grab the fertilizer. Grab all that and that. We'll grab these, because I'm actually going to use them. Now, these panels that I'm picking up, not the roof panels that I just picked up, but these ones, if I were to hit them with my hammer, they'd be gone. So remember that. They are not good for defense. And then these net blocks I'm just going to leave because, well, I don't really want to use them. These crates I'm also going to leave. I am going to take this bucket, though. So we're going to go ahead and grab all these pipe pieces as well. We don't really need them, but I'm still going to grab them. Oh, inventory full. Right. Forgot about that little limitation. So we're going to go back over to the ship, and that microwave and little locker thing that we saw earlier, those are actually storage units. Now, the little locker here can only hold 4 things, but it can hold big things. Things that would normally take up a lot more space. And then this little microwave deal is kind of the same thing, but of course only 1 slot. But anyways, now that we have some junk wood, we don't have enough junk wood. I gotta cut down trees after all. Okay, well, anyways, now that it's light, I'm actually gonna do that. So, you literally just hit the tree with your hammer. Now, eventually, there are saws that you can put on a vehicle and cut these trees down that way, which is actually a good idea because there are some trees, very big trees, that are too big for the hammer. The game actually does not let you cut them down. It even tells you that they're too big for the hammer, and you need a saw. Well, it doesn't say that you need the saw, but it's very clear that you need the saw. And they actually they don't give you junk wood, they just give you wood. Which is very nice, because the junk wood goes 15 into 10. So, it's a good idea to go and start cutting down those trees when you can, because, well, it saves time. Unless you need junk wood for some reason. I don't know what you're making that needs junk wood so late in the game, but, who knows. Anyways, we need to go ahead and refine all these wood sticks. Okay, now that we have a decent amount of junk wood, over 256, in fact, we are going to get started on crafting. So, we need to make the scrap driver's seat. We'll go ahead and pick up some of this extra stuff that's kind of lying around. Actually, we don't really need any of this. We'll leave it there for now, and we'll pick it up when we're actually building the vehicle. Same with all this stuff. Except for that mug. I should have picked that up before, because coffee. Even though coffee's not actually a thing in this game. Okay. So, scrap driver seat. Get. Scrap gas engine. Craft. Let's see, how many wheels do I have? I have 1, 2 wheels. Oh, right, I need to go back over here and finish getting this stuff as well. For now, we're going to finish looting this. Okay. Nope, I don't have the inventory space for it. That Totebot head is just gonna be sitting there forever because I don't actually know what to do with them. I mean, I know what I can do with them, but I'm not going to. And I don't know of any way to actually get rid of them. So yeah, that's real fun. So we're gonna start with putting down our lift, and I put that piece away, of course. And we're gonna go ahead and put a bunch of this stuff down in our hotbar real quick. And the only reason I'm building a vehicle out of these is because it really doesn't matter right now. So put that down, rotate this a bit. And to rotate things, you gotta press Q, not R, which is odd for me. But oh well. Put the driver's seat there. Actually, no. Let's put it back a couple blocks. Right there. Okay. Lift up the lift. Do that. That. Let's grab our bearings out. Let's go ahead and get some more stuff crafting. We need another wheel. Lift this up even more. Bearing. Bearing. Corner piece. Corner piece. Bearing. Bearing. Collect that. Craft that. Attach that wheel. Attach that wheel. Bring this back down. Put the engine here. Grab this bearing. Pipe piece. Actually not there. Lift this back up. Right there. And there. Bearing here. Wheel here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Collect that. Do this on the other side. And do it right. And put the wheel there. Okay. Now we have a vehicle put together, we just need to hook everything up. So gas engine, we're going to hook this and this up. This engine can only support 2 bearings. Hook it up to the seat. And then we need to hook the seat into steering bearings, which need to be reversed. There we go. This engine can be turned up to that. You got a lot more fuel than I'm used to getting. I swear I'm hearing a hay bot around here somewhere. Ha! Here you are. About time I found you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grab the storage things from here. Now, if a storage item has stuff in it, it'll carry that item on your shoulder. You cannot walk or run, you cannot put it away, you can only put it down. Apparently I am thirsty. I'll fix that here in a second. But first, let's put this down right here. Consume this. And now we will grab this. And put it here. So now we have a bunch of this stuff. We're gonna put the light on the front here. Turn it up to max. There's one more thing in here that I forgot to grab that is very important. If I can find it. Ah, ducky go here. Let's grab that other light as well, and the switch. Put the switch here. Put the light here. Put it up to max. I really don't need to be grabbing some of this stuff, but oh well. We'll grab the spuds. Which you'll see why we need them later. If you don't know this game already. Put down our soil here. And yeah, like I said, soil cannot be placed here. It can only be placed here. You can still put the bags on the ground, but you can only put actual soil here. So, do that. We'll go ahead and put down our component kits as well. Forgot those don't get put down in their stack. And put down our chemicals here. Put down extra fuel here, because that's a good spot for it. We'll do this. I do have more circuit boards. Okay. And that'll be good. Go and put the fertilizer up here. Actually move the chemicals up here as well. And we'll put the cup right there. Okay, so we now have a little vehicle that we can drive around. So yeah, this is what we will be using next time to go to the mechanic station, which is over there, since the logbook actually lets you set waypoints, which is great. But we're going to go ahead and keep the vehicle back here. And this is where I will be ending it. So, thank you guys for watching. We'll be doing more survival sometime next week, hopefully. And, yeah, like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye!